All right, welcome back. There's a woman, I think her name is Ebere, something like that. And she had a strong opinion about this. Okay, there you have it. Some actress Ebere. All right, actress Uche Ebere knocks Emeka Ike's ex-wife, Susan, for allowing her son to be interviewed to talk about his experience with his father. I will bet my monthly livelihood on it that this woman never saw the video before she made a comment. She might have, but I will bet a whole month on it that she did not. This just happens to be the side of her brain that works. That's all. That's all. Before I touch about Ebere for a second here, one second, let's go through the chat really quickly. Shola, shout out to Shola, says, this Emeka Ike case is a classic sociopath case. I know too many Sholas, so I don't know which Shola is talking, personally. So I don't know if it's one of the Sholas I know. My younger brother is Shola, but I don't think that's his account. Blackmailing him for what? He doesn't say. No, it doesn't. He's sociopathic and needs professional help. He sounds manic. Sociopathic people are never at fault and they blame others for their actions. And there's always more than enough people around them to blame, by the way. So there's always more than enough events, people, things, place, and things that they can blame. So it's like a vicious cycle. It's like they keep digging that hole for themselves. Yesterday, I was so mad at Emeka. However, after watching a few videos, I have come to the conclusion that this man is not okay. So I only wish him healing from his demons. That's awesome. That's what I like. I like that. I like that. Yep. This is deeper than any right and wrong rhetoric. I think he is paranoid. It's possible he's imagining things. Yes, of course. The human brain is such a powerful organ. Yes, of course. Referring to a 23-year-old as a child. Nonsense people. Yep. They're everywhere. One of them is on the screen right now. The fact that his son fears of becoming him is like, wow. Yeah, we're going to get to that part in a second. Yep. Severe mental health issues to include paranoia. Yep. To the current Mrs. Ike, at the very least, hope you are taking notes on how your predecessor is being treated. She needs to do everything in her power to get him help, okay? But he needs to start with support because he needs to feel heard and seen. He needs to feel understood. If he doesn't, it will just get worse. It will get worse. That's one of the reasons why his house is outraged. He's probably reading more into the comments of people that seems like they are against him. He probably doesn't watch through like this full video to even hear me say, hey, he needs help. He will just hear like, whoa, and then he will just overreact again. And he doesn't know me. He will pick up fights with his people, the people he loved the most, unfortunately, you know. Faith says, for a second when listening to that voice note, I was like, is he acting or reading his lines? He might come out later and say that's a movie. I don't know. Emeka needs help. Yeah, he does. He does. He needs help. It's not, and it's okay to need help. That's one of the messages I'm trying to pass along to Emeka and many of the many Emekas out there. We all need help at one junction or the other. Like nobody figures it all out. Okay, in one aspect of your life or the other, you need help, and it's better to seek help than to just blame it on everybody else. It's always a bad idea to give your problems away. Your problems are yours. There are opportunities for you to improve yourself. When you give them away in the form of pointing fingers, you're hurting yourself. Okay. Anyway, this is the statement from Auntie. Auntie said, you are really a bad mother. You're really a bad mother. Okay, now we don't have any statement from Auntie. Maybe she gave statement where she was holding Emeka Ike accountable too. I don't follow her, so I don't know. Okay, and I'm not willing to. I don't think it matters actually, but this statement is all I need to see. But let's keep reading. You're really a bad mother for bringing your son out for interviewing. So this is clearly a person, not just pick side. Pick side is just as bad as it gets, but this is outright judgment. Okay, When a person is judgmental, how do you think they behave inside of their personal relationships? Do you think that this woman, outside of her looks, let's say she's a good looking woman, I don't know, I really haven't paid attention to her that much. Do you think if she finds herself in crisis, can she seduce her way back into the good graces of her romantic partner? Can she do that? No, because number 4, the poison, judgment. That's just how she moves. She couldn't wait to say this is a bad mother. Now, could Emeka Ike's wife, ex-wife, be a bad mother? Yes, but we don't know. And if you don't know and you make an assumption like that, that is more so about you than her. That's something about you that's doing that. It's something about you that's doing that. Okay? Anti-seducer, moralizer, police. Number 3. I'll leave that on the screen when I'm reading. Okay? To prove what exactly? Okay? Bringing your son out for interviewing to prove what exactly? See how you all are washing your dirty clothes in the public. To fiakwa. That means God forbid. You're destroying these children, and when it will backfire, it will be deadly. But God forbid, and the little champ really needs wisdom and prayers, because he's going to be a father too. He wants to be a father. He's afraid of being like his dad. How's that? Right? How's that? Don't use your hand to bring curse on your life. This message goes to the beginning. If it has to go anywhere, I don't even think it's necessary for Emeka Ike tell him he's a bad father. I don't think it's necessary to tell him that. You're not helping him by saying that. You're making matters worse. Don't you get it that the human emotions is not your mate, and he will react to defend himself rather than to build himself when you lead with an attack? Don't you get it? Don't use your hand to bring curse on your life and future. Now, this is supposed to, I think she's an actress, supposed to be a colleague. If you're a colleague to the husband, you're just as much a colleague to the wife. Yes, including all the ex-wives. Yes. I can't read Omu Unku ga MAC. Chiye, help me. I don't know what that means. I asked here, I actually left a comment yesterday, 3 days ago. That's when this happened. What does she know? She probably felt safer bringing him. This right and wrong rhetoric is why many of you are generating wrong results with your relationship. You think everything is about right and wrong. That's why that's a recipe for disaster. Because the other person always feel like they're right too, as much as you feel like you're right. Like, are you going to argue with Emeka Ike that it's not right? How do you think that's going to work out? If you try to argue with Emeka Ike that he's not right now, if you happen to be his wife, and everything you're coming from is just wrong, he's wrong. You think you're like, oh, what are the chances? If it's an emotionally intelligent person, he will say, what do you mean I'm wrong? Most people are not. I don't know if you're paying attention. Okay? He will probably react with his emotions, not emotional intelligence, but with his emotions. You say, you're wrong. What do you mean I'm wrong? You're not making any sense. What do you mean I'm wrong? You're wrong. Your papa too. Isn't that how human beings work? To the point that we're normalizing it, we think it's normal. Okay. Can he be a perfectionist, or when he can't reach his level of perfection, he takes the frustration out of his family? Yes, that's possible too. Absolutely. You know, that's why Mr. Nice Guys are dangerous. They think because they're perfect, they expect other human beings to be perfect. It's unrealistic expectations. It doesn't work in relationships. We need more grace than all that nonsense, all that perfectionist nonsense in relationships. Because no one outside admits to seeing this side of him. Yeah. Because and that's a real blind spot. That's why the PA is absolutely wrong. right? The PA does not know what is going on, never knew, or will never know what happened in that relationship truly. The only thing he saw was symptoms. He saw, because according to her, while she was being beat down and all that kind of shit, you saw symptoms. You don't know what was going on inside of that relationship. And again, if you attack it from the angle of right and wrong, you will just be actively looking. So we did it first. So we did. That's what you'll be doing, as opposed to asking these people to go for help, because it's a dynamic. It's not do us unto others, as we like to say. As you're like, that's cute. In reality, when you find yourself in crisis, people don't do us unto others. They need to win. Even when the worst part about this is that they interpret that in their head as you are winning. Just follow my lead. Right? So gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Somebody said any woman that turns her kids against her husband, their father, is a bad woman. That is accurate. But that's if they are actually turning against their husband. But there's more to this story. There's more to it. Okay? And I know where this person is coming from. They're coming from a very judgmental, police moralizer place, which means they self, them too, they will collect inside of relationship because they think it's all about right and wrong. When you think it's about all our right and wrong, you take your focus away from your seduction skills, your power, your actual power, which is influence. Because after all, they should just do the right thing. And any moment they do the wrong thing, you have no grace left. Not for them, but for yourself. You lose yourself. You lose your shit immediately. Because how dare that they're not perfect like you. It's a pedestal you put yourself on. Wajabo, it's a matter of time. Nobody's perfect. Right? It's a pedestal, but you can't see, you can't smell your own breath. So in your own head, it's like you're perfect. And by the way, this person might have been giving you grace for so long, but if they have to tell you every time they're giving you grace, it won't be grace. It will become like, okay, let me rest a little bit now. Thank you. Right. But the reality is that you get more grace from people more than you realize. So you should be a little bit more intentional when you're giving grace. Just choose to give grace. And you can do that without tampering with holding people accountable or drawing healthy boundaries. You can absolutely do that. It's all about the vibe, your energy, like the emotional stability around you. Are you bringing chaos, or you're busy overreacting to chaos? You didn't see that coming. Yes. When you're busy overreacting to chaos, you obviously bring chaos. You bring more chaos. Right? People with cultural beliefs shake my head. The son is more self-aware than people give him credit for. He is. The actress condemning his ex-wife is being judgmental. Absolutely. Without knowing what is going on. And the devil has, it's not the devil, the scripture has a very strong scripture around that. It's grave consequences. Go read it. I won't say it here. If you're judging and you don't understand what is going on, you gotta be careful. But all you judge here all the time. What are you talking about? If you read what I'm doing here as judging all the time, how is this for judging? Because honestly, if you don't get it, I don't know.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it. All right.
If you don't get it, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. You know? I'd like to know the background of Emeka grew up in. What about his parents? That is aggression with words is something he must have grew up seeing and developing from a... it's a function of... our behavior is also, it's a function of temperament, our personality, but also a lot of learned behavior, of course. A lot of learned, but it's not absolute. There are kids that will grow up in the same house, and they all behave differently because there's multiple variables, right? But you're right, that's one variable. A lot of that is learned behavior, so there's a increased heightened chance that a person will act out of order like that if they've seen it all their life growing up. But it's a chance, it's not always absolute, right? Emeka has been using hovering as a tactic over the years. I bet he has. They don't. Yeah, if you paid attention, a lot of people that say he's such a nice guy, they probably weren't around him long enough. They probably didn't pay attention. Okay, or they haven't seen him in the place of crisis before. See how people act when they are faced with crisis is also different from how they act when everything is there for them. Assistant, PA, this, that, right? But really, your skills is really shows out when you're in crisis, not when everything is happy. You know, when people say, "Oh, the son made him do it," tell Enko. But how do you behave when the son make you do something? That's what we're talking about. Susan Emma said that both her and Michael need therapy. Yes, she says that she does not have the money for it now. I hope someone can sponsor therapy for them. My heart goes out to her and her son. Yeah. I agree. It's incredibly self-aware and connecting the dots of his internal battles, which is the first step. Yeah, Toby, I know Toby gets this because I've seen enough of our submissions. Yes, absolutely. That's why it's not really right and wrong issues. You know, it's usually deeper. But yeah, this auntie right here, this auntie Ebere should go and rest. I want to get back to you don't have to have an opinion on everything. Okay, even me that I'm a content creator here, I don't always give opinions. I just like, you know, for example, today Ondo State Governor passed away. I don't really have much opinion about it. We're gonna do a show on the other platform, our sister platform, Sharp Edge TV. If somebody can help me grab the link to Sharp Edge TV, we're gonna be at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time talking about that with my uncle, who is a journalist who can talk about stuff like that. I mean, that's all about it coming. I don't have to have opinion on everything, and some people just don't know that, you know. But I can ask questions if I'm interested. It's all okay to ask questions. Just ask questions, right? Open-ended questions, not yes or no. Yes or no. Just tell me yes or no. Once they start doing that, at that point, it's like, okay, this one just wants to debate. They're not looking to learn anything. Okay? I'll be right back. Beautiful girl. It's your love that I've been missing.